Okay, before anything else, I just have to make it clear that the title is kind of clickbait. I'm not really like a Hoyo fan, just an enjoyer, I guess. Yeah, music's a bit loud. Oh, ouch. Do you see now? You can't run from us. Oh, it's me. So I have to... Okay, let me cook. You dare interrupt me? Just as I was engraving the bleep? You must be out of your... Wait, is this not controller friendly?
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
For being technical, what our masters planned apparently is one of the city's taboos.
아무도 시도할 생각조차
Whatever that means.
못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
Just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. Catch my drift?
어라? 근데 이 녀석
Huh. Would you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
Oh, that's me. That's kind of sick. Bro, we look sick. King. Just wait till they'll bleed. You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
I guess that new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 걸까?
I'm not screaming. You are. Ouch. What the hell happened?
째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는 걸 보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
So I guess the ticking represents our mental state. Damn it! Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. The bleep was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네. 그럼 슬슬 끝내자.
Let's get this over with. Yeah, whatever.
그때 여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야. 뭐가 그리 급해?
Where even are we? What's the context? Yeah, we'll find out later. Pretty sure.
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
Can't drag on any longer.
그렇지만
Whose teachings?
우리가 살면서 언제 이런 녀석을 죽여보겠어?
I just met you, ma'am. Why do you want to kill me? Please take me out to dinner first.
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
I hope you showed some discretion. Pshaw.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
My star? I mean, this barely counts as a face. Like hell I am. I'm taking bleeps. Location to the grave. Yeah, we ain't no snitch. Damn it. Where was bleep supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me quickly.
그렇군. 입이 없었지.
Hey, that's not very polite.
자연히 그것을 찾을 방법도 이자에게선 얻을 수 없겠군.
Acquire
그럼.
what?
이제 끝내도 돼?
The art in this game is really pretty though. Damn. The music and the sound design too. So far. Can I end them now?
그래.
I'm a he, ma'am. I don't consent to being called a them.
이거 무슨 소리야? 표범, 설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고 온 거야?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
I'm really confused. Whatever.
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
It's not a sound a beast would make. It's a bus. Limbus. Oh my god. Wow, this is peak. The writing is on fire.
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지 굴러들어왔지?
조난당한 버스인가 본데? 길을 잘못 든 죗값은 생각보다 무거울 테.
So where's the company? Oh,
사자가 밀린 거야?
got beaten by a bus. The picture is kind of hard to make out. Okay, I see it now.
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
my eyes are still right, then you will reach the Harbor of Glory. Who are you? That nameplate says Faust?
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
Lost your way in a dark forest. I'm sorry, what?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요.
Yet you were not
왜일까요?
overcome with fear. Why was that? That's... I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요. 이제
That's
그
right.
형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로 외치세요.
To remind yourself of that image.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the sting of several chains penetrating my chest. Yeah! Yeah! Ah! That art is sick.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장을 못 쓰게 된 게 아니니까.
Relax, you may feel it, otherwise your heart is still functional. I mean, well yeah, it's pretty easy to tell me to relax when you're not the one getting chained.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed. So does that mean you're my waifu now?
단테, 이제
Dante!
저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
We are bound by your... Am I Dante or... I am Dante! The devil will cry with this one. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
The beating of our hearts now depends on where your hands
잘
fall.
부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Hour?
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that really everything? Ishmael.
사과 한 알이 떨어졌소.
Dude, this guy looks cool. A single apple has fallen. I'm gonna voice act him too.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
This guy's not making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
Jeez, the weight is killing me. Finally some action now.
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Dude, this dude is sick. It's kinda giving me Kiritsugu vibes. Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm never doing that again.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지? 우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
What is that wretch miserably writhing on the ground? Are they to be the newest addition to the team? She kinda bad though.
말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
You might wanna watch your words. I heard that's our soon-to-be boss.
습격은
Oh, I'm the
순식간이었을
boss.
텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
The attack must have happened in an instant. I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people? And what's up with this bus? This limb bus? Are we the company? Okay, I'm sorry, that was bad.
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고 이건 원하는 곳은 어디든 갈 수 있는 마술 버스죠.
We are bearers of justice who have come to aid you. And this is the magical bus that takes us wherever we wish to go. Justice? Bus? I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니.
Wasn't that what you expected to hear? Either way, you're better off believing us to be your saviors. Please save me, waifu.
시간도 없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
We're racing against the time, and the situation isn't in our favor. So let me explain this once. Racing against time, my head is basically a clock though. After some time passed. So, if I'm not mistaken, here and I do as you've said, those Stoil strangers will fight for me. Like my Gacha slaves.
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Correct, as long as you give them the right orders. Alright, so we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Killing them dead? Is there any other way to kill them? Then, I'll go back to where I was. where I was and what was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가.
Calm down. It's only natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
You should focus on the struggle at hand, Dante.
뭐라고 불러야 할지.
Pardon, I'm not sure how I should address you. You shall address me as master.
시계 지휘관님? 아무튼 전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
Commander Clock suffice. In any case, we await your orders. I hereby appoint thee as my favorite waifu so far.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계 전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
Hey, do we really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way.
저기요.
Is Gregor short? Hey,
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
Heathcliff. Oh, this dude looks cool. Revenge. For a second there, I thought he just didn't know how to spell 7. Quit running off your mouths. We just need to crush them all.
최선을 다해주세요, 단테.
Why are they called sinners though? Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Coin faces. Okay, I was reading that. Let's begin learning the basics of combat. Does this not have controller support? Please direct your attention to the dashboard here. You will be using the dashboard to relay your commands to the sinners. Okay, dashboard. You will find each sinner's skills on the dashboard. Okay, so this is a sinner. These are the skills. The control scheme is simple. Simply drag from the left end of the dashboard to the right end to chain the skills. What? Press and hold the gear to grab the chain. It's kind of stuttering. When you're holding the chain from the left gear, connect the skills from left to right, along with the guiding line. What happens if I do it some other way?
행동을 개시합니다.
I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. Ooh, this combat is pretty sick. Am I getting cooked? I'm not sure. How about this dude? Why is this stuttering? Yeah, whatever. Is my RAM cooked? Let me see. Yeah, my PC is pretty much asleep right now. Look at the dashboard. Grab the chain from left gear. What's the difference between this one and this one? Use the dashboard to issue commands to your sinners in combat. Start the combat phase by following these steps. Grab and drag the chain from the left gear. Okay, that's what I just did. Thread it through the skills, Connect to the chain or select. Okay. Why am I stuttering? My PC is pretty much running this game in its sleep. What happens if I do this? I can't.
좋아, 간다.
Wow, she's getting her brains kicked in. Ishmael ain't looking too good. I like this combat. The art style is really doing the heavy lifting. Now please issue command. Wait. Or this. Okay, can I read what these skills do? Oh, so this is like an attack type. Okay, I see. So this is like a long range attack? And this is like a slash. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm guessing this small thing... what I'm thinking about right now is kind of like Persona 3, where it has like a slash, a pierce, and whatever the hell the other one was. Okay, so I'm gonna hit her with this. With this. Then I'm gonna do... This could be a long range attack? Maybe? And then the edgelord. Okay, I don't have the edgelord. It's this chick. Huh? Okay, let's do that.
폭들을 제거하겠어.
Let's see if we can cook. Oh wow, she's getting obliterated. These animations are really sick. Yeah, I could get addicted to this. Okay, I just noticed that we haven't done any damage to her whatsoever. Is this a scripted loss? So let's do this.
폭들을
What happens if I do this?
제거하겠어.
Did I lose a limb? Yeah, we are getting absolutely cooked. Wow. This has to be scripted, right? Don't get it. This is what lions struggled against. Just a bunch of cats. Lion, panther. Was there a tiger? Whoa, hang on.
방금까지 싸웠던 사람이 말하긴 그렇지만 이건 대화로 풀 수
I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we can talk this out. Yeah. Or they could just kill you. Too bad, Gregor.
이건
This
이상적이지 않소.
is unideal.
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데
Did I get the bad ending? Was I expected to win that fight? I knew it was ridiculous. I knew it was a ridiculous idea to put up a fight against him. Oh no, not the waifu. Leave the waifus alone. I don't care about Gregor.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도
Are y'all kidding? I haven't even... Yeah, she's dead. What the hell is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead. I'm gonna do the Dante. What the hell is this? I'm gonna take a wild guess that we have like time manipulation powers and we're just gonna reverse the time back to when nobody was dead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. I mean, yeah, she's got a point. So I guess the Limbus company is going bankrupt. I mean, what?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you were waiting for this. You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수라기보단
Not necessarily a trump card. No, rather,
별을 따라가는 거죠.
it's about following whatever the hell this star is. She looks like she could walk it off.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What is this, some kind of suicidal performance? Not the funniest lives to end. What? What am I supposed to do? I mean, reload the save? They jumped in triumphantly, only to die like flies. Dante, you need more power. Gah! I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false lion.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라.
Man with red eyes. Ooh, this dude got mad aura. This flow cannot be stopped. Yeah, serves you right, bitch.
붉은색 왜
Red. But why? Now she's cooked.
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야 사지 멀쩡한 네가 저들을 데리고 허둥지둥 이곳을 벗어날 테니까.
Because at least one of you needs to be able to carry the rest out of here.
달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이 너밖에 없으니.
And you're the only one left to offer them any help. Sure, mysterious man.
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면 별것도 아니잖아.
Don't glare at me like that. This is nothing compared to what you did.
그 정도 부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일을 했다고 생각할 거다. 훈장처럼 여기라고.
With wounds like those, I'm sure your boss will recognize that you did your part. Consider them a Medal of Honor.
아니면
Unless...
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
You want this to be the end of your life. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already...
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다, 단테.
No one is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
You know, I'm gonna voice act this dude too. There's only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. Exclamation point. Yeah. Okay, I just tried to do a shitty like re-zero. You guys get it. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder. Ouch! Followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach and lungs. Gah! Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. You! Gah! In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive, is the gang alive, was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner. Oh, so not exactly time travel. We're just reversing death or something.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다, 단테.
You'll suffer aplenty for now, Dante. In the voice of the man with red eyes. Combat passives? Okay. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger? Or
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
they're being itchy twitchy. Did they get up? Awake at last. I would have been a tad bit disappointed if you croaked on us.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스기사 카런.
Sharon. Karen. Fresh morning. This is Karen, the bus driver.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴 하겠어. 기분이 어떻습니까, 단테?
It's not morning, but I could guess it's refreshing. How do you feel, Dante? Well,
제각거리는군.
tick-tocking like a clock.
의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법 곤란한데.
Huh. Some language barrier this is. Yeah, how do they even understand me? I'm pretty much a Pokemon at this point.
저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다.
Virgilius!
이 말이 제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
Okay, so we got Dante and Virgilius. Damn. I was trying to give him like the Virgil voice. I kinda don't sound nerdy enough to pull it off. Wow, this game's pretty base so far. You may call me Okay, I forgot the voice. You may call me Virgilius. I'm calling you Virgil, by the way. If you can understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of reaction, Dante. I gave him a quick nod, since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아, 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카론.
Good. At least your hearing is functional. Let's ride, Karen.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
And that was pretty cute, that broom broom. There was a heavy roar and vibrations, as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. What the hell is a mire? It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. Wait a minute. Okay, limbus. Is it like a wordplay for like the bus is basically limbo or something? Like limbo plus bus? I don't know. I just shut up and play the video game, I guess. A bus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were, Dante? Heal your wounds, Dante. And after that, we'll settle the matter. I shook my head and say no. I had been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군. 그렇지 않나?
I suppose you want your memory back. Am I right, Dante? I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot. That's my secret, Cap. I am an idiot.
매끄럽군. 다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Smooth as it gets. wants to stop the rest of you from adopting this gesture-based communication.
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스트
Are we doing
씨?
sign language? I mean, that figures, I guess, since like my face is pretty much clock. Any words of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer. Aw, that's kinda cute.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
I doubt we'll have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Whatever. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens, even without sunlight, gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테.
Say that again, please. Dante? That's me. Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too. It's almost as if I'm Dante.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Dante is your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Oh, for fuck's sake, another gacha game protagonist with amnesia. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in no time. Wait, you can understand me? You speak clock? The group that attacked me earlier. And that Virgie, or whatever the hell he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
Faust can hear what you intend to speak. Man, I'm already in love with this game. You really can? But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴 건가요?
Outdated ideas must be one of the side effects that came with your head. Replacement?
성대나 혀 따위의 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건 시대착오적인 이야기죠.
Anachronistic to think that vocal organs such as the cords or tongue are necessary to participate in conversation. I don't know what anachronistic means, but I think the tongue and the vocal cords are pretty, necessary for conversation. That's just me. Anachronistic. Right. Never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할 수도 있답니다.
You can limit the recipient of your words to one person, or choose to speak to everyone at once.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요. 수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
Clarification. When I say everyone, I'm only referring to the sinners. Everyone, one at a time. You know what? I kind of prefer going at it like one at a time. I'm not really into polygamy. Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아있는
The people who have taken seats behind you.
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
And the ones who fought in your stead until moments ago. You mean the folks that got cooked instead of me?
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
Oh boy, I have a feeling that I'm really gonna like this one. What? Ooh! Okay, I don't really know how to do the Genki ass voice. So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How I have yearned for this moment.
아, 형씨. 머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
So, say pal, where'd you sell your old cranium off? What, so heads just work like eyes in the Naruto verse in this world or something?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살나 있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요.
So it was
혹시
you.
둥지에서 의사 일이라도 했나요?
Sorry ma'am. So it was you. Thanks for putting my spine back into one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in the nest? What the hell is a nest? It already has like kind of like the gacha game, I guess, problem, or just for the beginning of every gacha game, kind of just feels like a bunch of jargon is being thrown in your face. Whatever.
다들 닥쳐라. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼
Oh, it's
불쾌한
Virgil.
것도 없으니.
Everyone quiet. Nothing is more displeasing than to hear a choir of noises.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군.
I suppose you all owe them a brief introduction, Dante.
그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
I'll give you time to make yourselves known, starting with the closest one. Go on.
에이, 왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서는 이제 진절머리가 나는데.
He is pretty short. Why is it always the ones in front that goes first? I'm sick of taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
I heard you were gonna be our boss. Or yeah, our manager. Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야.
Yeah, which is why I was real curious to meet you and
역시 뭔가 말을 만드는 건 어려워.
forming the right sentences is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까.
Don't know what you did with your old head, but I guess everyone has their story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다. 잘 부탁한다고 관리자 양반.
I'm Gregor. We're in this together, Manager Bud. Sup, Gregor. I'm Dante. Ooh. Okay, am I gonna have time to read this? Please give me time to read this. Okay, I don't know how to read that. Gregor. This sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts or the whole of his body transform into insectile, notably akin to carapace, something that of the bleep tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it. Holy yap.
양반이 뭐야 양반이. 이제부터 우리한테 엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
Chat, is this a MILF? Greg, they aren't just your butter pal. You're talking to the person who'll make us filthy rich. Bro, she is towering over you. I get the feeling. And in this situation, I kinda don't mind it. Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는 단테. 이름으로 부를게. 당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
Let's see what's better. Dante, don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me Rodya. I shall call you mine. Pac-Con Rodyan. The unfortunate traits of being backstreets born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting. Okay, I already like her the most so far. So it is advised to pay close attention to her. As the manager, he tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. Bro, she is literally me for real. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There is nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass. This description is one-to-one me at work.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가 된 데 이유가 있다고 믿어.
I think there's a well good reason you became our manager.
분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지. 그때 버릇을 조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
That voice is making me feel stuff. I'm sure you used to be a big deal back in the nest, right? When your old habits start coming back, we'll be that much closer to rolling in the dough. If I was in this world, I would definitely be spending the most time with you. I'm guessing I'm missing a lot of context from the previous games. Like I know like Lobotomy Corp and the Library of Ruina supposed to be played before this. She does have sociability. I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
Oh gosh, look at me keeping on. Hey kid, it's your turn next. Please, keep on as much as you want.
안녕하세요.
Okay, Sinclair. Good day.
아우, 시시해. 그게 끝이야?
How boring, that's it?
싱클레어라고
Oh,
해요.
I am Sinclair. Sinclair, even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, this sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. This is pretty much Bochi. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as spilt innards at first. Spilt innards. Okay, got it. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. This boy looks awfully... this boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company on his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요? 회사는 처음이라.
Is there anything else I need to say? I've never worked for a company before.
뭐 앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까.
Well, you'll learn the ropes in the coming days.
그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자하자.
Okay then, how about you next, nerdy pal?
이상이라 하오.
I'm Yi Sang. I like this dude. He's a vibe. Yi Sang, formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing. I'm guessing this redacted thing has something to do with Lobotomy Corp. Please don't take this seriously, Limbus fans, I'm just guessing out of my ass. This sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. I like their uniforms. Their drip game is on point. We estimate that everyday conversation with this sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own. However, if the sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. He's one of those guys, huh? That's it?
이상이요.
No smoke. Or mirrors. Let's voice act this dude too. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something, but he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요.
Ishmael. I can't believe you people. Aren't proper introductions the first step to being a member of society?
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael, if you please. Ishmael, you may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but don't worry. This sinner is one of few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it'll be a difficult task to regain her trust. Is she the local tsundere? Something ginger soul whatever.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
What? I don't remember doing anything like that. Whatever. I heard you glued our bodies back together from pieces. I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
It's Negan. Sorry to disappoint, cause I don't care too much for fitting in. I'm different from the other sinners.
히스클리프. 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker, for property and people alike. Okay. Heathcliff, revenge. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. That's tough to read. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor. He has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury, leading to a headache, in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he is the type that tends to be simple-minded, you have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만.
Don't worry, bro. I won't snitch on you to Human Resources. Not under anyone's orders, mind you. I only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you'd better watch out. Okay. Sure.
나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 알레르기가 있거든.
I'm deathly allergic to cocky graphers who think they can boss me around. I mean, you're the one who applied for this job, right? I don't think I've done anything to give him that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 동키호테일세.
You know what? This kind of gives me like Tokyo Ghoul vibes. You know, like the uniforms plus like the random ass big weapons. Just a bit. Am I gonna get murdered for that sentence? Oh, she's the knight. She's like the what's his face from Fire Force, I guess. Tis my turn to speak. I am Don Q. Yes. Henceforth, you shall be known as Don Q. That's an aggressively yellow text. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion, which means she's a massive weeb. If we were to measure it, an avid aficionado of all things Fixer. She adorns herself with a variety of Fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another. There is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She is deeply immersed in the role of a righteous Fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. Right, humor the dweeb. Got it. I am a Fixer, who shall sprint the dream side by side. A pleasure to have thee. Of course you are, sweetie. A Fixer. That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지.
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city.
아, 도시에 대해서도 제대로 기억하지 못하겠군. 도시는
Perchance thou may struggle to remember the city, tis.
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했던 것 같은데.
I believe I said this was for brief introductions.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
Don't make me say it twice. Next.
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
My name is Hong Lu. I hope we can get along well. Hong Lu. A sinner who has lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. But occasionally, he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner or other aspects of the lowlife's lowly culture. This can cause a significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
Wow, look at you. Isn't that a fascinating head there? A popular model these days, I suppose. TikTok, motherfucker. No, this isn't that kind of.
제 취향은 아니지만.
It's not my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
The hell's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat, but when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
Ooh, it's an actual weeb this time. Let me guess, she's an actual Virgil clone, isn't she? Her moves are gonna be like the judgment cut and everything. Ryoshu. Okay, I just realized that I called an actual Japanese base character a weeb. And for that, I'm gonna have to prepare a 40-page Google document for an apology. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the executive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker, whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and a step backward for art. Caution, this sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. So we can't make her breed. That's a bummer.
요르슈쿠.
Churis, nice to meet ya. Oh, she has a Japanese voice actor. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Mersalt, please refer to me as such. I'm gonna gush a lot about this game's art style. It's been pretty sick so far. Jesus. Mersalt is how he pronounced it, I believe. Wants clear and concise commands, requiring no judgment on his part. But this is a dude that actually has like a few years of work experience. More than a few years probably. Like all the other employees were trying a bit too hard. But like this dude knows what's going on. Goes straight to the point. You're very polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
This isn't anything special. I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Merci.
네.
Yes. Felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. I'm pretty sure he just has like 20 years of work experience. anyone would be gravely amiss after all that. Ooh, Otis. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
And I am Dante. I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려 하다니 당치도 않습니다.
Please, I would never make my manager grovel before me. I mean, what if I want to?
본인은 오티스라고 합니다. 이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
Is this a MILF? Is this a MILF? I actually can't tell. Like, I will find out, probably. My name is Otis. I would like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. You could apologize with dinner. This dinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You can trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of the sinner is not permitted. Ominous. Keep an eye on the sinner and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Okay, so keep an eye on Otis. Don't worry, I was planning on doing that regardless. Rudeness?
이거 참 마음마저 이렇게 넓으실 줄이야.
Please, your generosity is a humbling sight.
역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸 한눈에 알아봤습니다.
I knew at first glance that you have what it takes to lead us. Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만
While most humans cause noise and friction as a result of
그중
confrontation,
소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다.
some are able to meet mutual benefit from coming head to head.
검을 날카롭게 벼르기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼
It could be compared to the relationship between the blade and the whetstone.
누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다.
I vow to serve you. With unrivaled devotion, Executive Manager, my blade is yours to wield. I shall accept thy blade. I'm sorry for talking like the other dweeb. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod with my clock for a head, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
I'm amazed how you can sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserable, writhing wretch. I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Back to Faust. The designs are really cool. Like they all have this business theme going on, but each have their own flair to them. I'm gonna draw these characters a lot. It seems I am the last. Faust is my name. This sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there is no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
A genius whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life. Is she a chuny?
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
I guess the night wannabe is technically the chuny. She's what's it called? What's the anime archetype where she's the god complex? What Haruhi was? Forgot the actual name. Oh, Kamidare. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. She's a Kamidare.
괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
Well, it's fine. You'll come to learn all in due time. Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실 말이에요.
That Faust is indeed a brilliant mind.
관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
When a proverbial tree falls, the fact of its sound cannot become truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Yeah, word. Okay,
소개는 여기까지. 단테, 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
That's enough for greetings. Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
They're asking if the job you're about to explain is that of the manager. Ah, is she my translator? Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners, so he's not a sinner.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이 12의 수감자와 함께 지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
So he is one without sin. That is correct, Executive Manager Dante. You will embark on a trip to the Inferno with the 12 sinners who've just introduced themselves. The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
It's almost as if there's like a book about that or something. They're asking why they need to travel into the Inferno.
지옥의 끝에는 보물이 기다리고 있으니까 그렇게 말하면 되겠습니까?
How about this? Treasure awaits at the end of the road. Would that suffice, Dante? I don't... You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
I can't seem to get you at all.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은 것도 아니죠.
I did not ask for such an understanding, Dante. Nor was this a question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제 말을 들어야 할 겁니다.
You'll have to listen to me if you want to reclaim your memories and original head. I mean, I don't want them back, but
미적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지? 거부할 거란 예상은 없었잖아.
Miss Faust, what will we do if Dante keeps on refusing to cooperate? This was not a scenario we anticipated.
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다.
Preposterous. Faust anticipates every possibility.
단테, 모든 임무를 마치고 나면
Dante, once you've completed all your missions,
당신은 성의를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
you'll be able to engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make a choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
See there, they're nodding. Is Dante genderless? Probably right.
좋아, 계속 가면 되겠어.
Good. Then we can continue.
그런데 카론, 아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
By the way, Charon, why isn't the bus moving? Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아, 베르.
A bus driver only snoozes at rest spots. Verg.
메피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Mephi.
카론, 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
I told you, Charon. If anything happens with the bus, you've got to let me know right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스. 이 버스의 이름이자 버스를 구동하는 엔진의 이름.
Mephistopheles. The name of this bus and the engine that runs it.
그리고 파우스트의 심혈을 기울인 역작이죠.
And Faust's magnum opus cordis.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지.
An ideal ferry boat to bear us across the inferno.
그렇게 생각하지 않습니까, 단테?
Damn it, I forgot the voice. Wouldn't you agree, Dante? I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들이군.
Looks like they're just another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다, 단테. 지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
This is just the right time, Dante. They should make perfect targets for practicing your command. Okay, combat tutorial again.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
Dante, I skipped many details during your first battle. Don't worry about it. I wasn't really expecting to get anything off the bat. This is a gacha game after all.
제대로 설명할 시간이 없었으니까요.
We're short on time after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이뤄지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고
However, we'll be slaughtered frequently if no improvements are made to your strategy.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는 고통을 느껴야만 하겠죠.
And in turn, you have to endure senseless pain over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was...
네, 당신이 시계를 돌려주었기에 우리는 살아나는 거랍니다.
Yes, we were brought back to life because you turned back the clock. Called it.
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌 듯합니다, 파우스트 씨.
I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust.
자잘한 담소는 나중에. 너희들 전원 하차.
Save the chatter for later, sinners. Off the bus.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. These 7-sided coins floating above the allies and enemies' heads are called skill slots. Okay, these are called skill slots. Because you haven't issued a command by chaining skills yet, the allied skill slots are currently empty. Okay, so how do I do that? Grab the chain from the left gear, chain it to the leftmost. What? Grab the chain from the left gear and chain it to one of these 2 leftmost skills on the dashboard. As you can see, the skill you just chained has been equipped to the skill slot. Word. Equipped skills are displayed on the skill slot floating above each sinner's head. When the combat phase begins, each sinner will engage in battle using the skills equipped in their skill slot. Okay, so I put the skills in the skill slot. Got it. Drag from left to right on the dashboard to equip every sinner with one of the skills on their respective column. What do the positions mean? Well done, now select the gear on the right to issue your command and the sinners will enter the combat phase using the skills you've equipped for them.
좋은 전략이네요.
Okay.
가보죠.
Now please issue command. A clash occurs when the sinner and their target both use attack skills against each other. Okay. In a clash, their power is determined primarily by the skill they are using to clash. And this clash between 2 skills, the skill with the higher power wins. So I am higher powered right now. Pay attention to the enemy's coins. When a skill loses a clash, it will lose a coin. So what happens when it loses the coins? If a skill loses a clash, as long as it has remaining skill coins, the 2 skills will continue to flip their coins and clash until one of them loses all coins. Okay. What's the point of the number then? The skill that lost all of its coins in this clash will conclusively lose the clash, which means that the unit won the clash. The one the clash gets to attack, while the unit that lost does not. Okay. So that guy basically got ratioed. Let's see how power can determine the outcome of a clash as calculated. This number is the skill's base power before it flips any coin. Word. This number is the skill's coin power. Here you can see how many coins these skills have. The number of coins determines 2 things. How many times a skill can lose a clash before losing all of its coins. How many times the skill hits when it attacks. I'm so lost. I'm just gonna get a YouTube video to explain this shit to me. Each coin that flipped heads will add the coin power of that skill to the base power of the same skill. What the hell am I reading? The formula for a skill's final power is as follows. Base power plus number of coins. Oh god, am I expected to remember all this? Coins that flip heads will glow while the coins that flip tails will appear dimmed. So base power plus number of coins that flipped heads X times coin power. Oh, is this RNG? Oh, I see. I think. The resultant skill power is displayed here. Ishmael's loggerhead skill has the higher power, so the enemy's skill loses a coin. Seen in this example, they will continue to clash until one of them has no more coins left to flip. The unit with the remaining coins ultimately wins that clash. Remember, winning clashes is one of the most fundamental aspects of winning the battle. Got it. Win the clash.
후계 거울은
깨졌어.
Man, that sound design is pretty fire. Like, those clang sounds are pretty satisfying to hear.
금방 다녀올게.
But that sound is so good.
됐다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘.
Oh, they got cooked. You look much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away save for one, though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
They're worried about the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
No need
마침
for
가야 할
concern.
길이었으니 가로.
That's the direction we were heading anyway. Karen?
발판을 꽂고 신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Pedal touches metal, up for an exciting ride. Sanity points has a maximum value of 45 and a minimum value of -45. Okay, so Sinner's values can also be viewed here. Next to those orbs adjacent to the portrait icons on the dashboard. I see? Question mark? Each unit's SP values change based on certain triggers. You tend to heal SP with favorable triggers, winning clashes or killing enemies, and lose SP with unfavorable triggers. I see. The higher the unit's SP value, the higher the chance to flip heads when flipping skill coins. Okay, so keep the SP as high as possible, I think. The allied units all won their respective clashes in the previous turn, which healed their SP. Please direct your attention to this unit's HP health points bar. The thin line here is called the stagger threshold. When a unit's HP drops below the stagger threshold, they become staggered. Who would have guessed?
겨우 이 정도야?
Staggered units cannot take any action and take double the damage. Ooh, which puts them at a significant disadvantage in battle.
좋아, 간다.
You have put the remaining enemies in panic states by defeating their allies in previous turn, which dropped their SP. When an enemy's SP drops below a certain threshold, they may enter low morale or panic states, which inflict them with negative effects. Units in low morale or panic states are marked by these labels. Each unit gains different effects from entering low morale and panic states. Select this icon to learn what effects this unit is suffering from.
거기에 거울은 깨졌어.
I love this art, goddamn.
잠시만요.
Give us a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요.
I joined this company because I was told I'll be able to advance my career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만.
But right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence. Like we're rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
I object to this meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
I can't do a girl voice. Please just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
Anyway, if all we're gonna do is beat up people under orders like hired thugs, I'll have to consider changing jobs sooner or later. Yeah, not every job is as stated in the job description. That's the harsh reality.
읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는
It's in the
허용될
fine
수
print.
없답니다.
Yeah, that's garbage. I'm suing.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
Do you think the contract has any sway if it's based on lies?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까.
There were no lies on it.
네? 설마 제가 메피스토펠레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나?
You didn't think Mephistophel was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
루피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서 울어.
Meppy is hungry. It keeps crying. Karen has such like meme energy. The bus gets hungry?
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물.
When the engine ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수 있어요.
Using that, you can grow more powerful.
이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠? 거울
I'm
속에서
sure
모든
Yi
가능성을
Sang
끄집어낸다면
knows this as well when all possibilities are drawn from the mirror.
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
Oh, it's this dude. Like the dude I kinda like. There is no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Like, this dude is just such a vibe. I like how goofy this other one is. Is the self in the mirror my reflection? Or another being entirely? Possibilities? You draw what exactly? Ah yes, it isn't a gacha game if there aren't like a million different systems. So let's do one pull. Oh, have to click on it. To click on it again.
누구보다 신속하게.
Oh, it's you.
그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
I see. This is what that was
너무
about.
마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마일. 버스가 향하면 자연히
No need to get impatient, Ismail. The bus goes onward. You'll naturally.
자연히 시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
You'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks.
목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 기억이 조금 더 쉬워졌을 거예요.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to binge a lot of YouTube videos for this. Just another day in a gacha space. Since this works by whisking out one of our limitless possibilities from the mirrored world, it'll have overwritten a part of our
곧
memories.
익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used in no time.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해 보이는데?
Whoa, hang on. That sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
What if I'm no longer my old self by the end? Hehehe.
여러분은 테세우스의 배가 아니에요.
Don't mistake yourselves for the ship of
인격과 기억을
Theseus.
빌리기는 하겠지만 주도권을 잃도록 설계되어 있지는 않아요.
While it's true that you borrow the identities and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에
Sure.
비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
Different though your reflection may be, it is bound to vanish once you walk away from the mirror.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을 가장 효과적인 타이밍에 더 씌우는 일을 하실
It is up to you to place the most effective figment of possibility on us at the right times.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
I believe that's what you call a metamorphosis. I have heard of that before, unfortunately.
네, 일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
Yes, I suppose you could say it is a form of transformation.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
Golly, where'd you learn big words like that?
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
Her prior profession required meeting people with various occupations. Ominous.
변신이라.
Huh.
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting.
일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어 있을 테니 못한 말은 나중에.
Let's make the way first. You'll spend more time together than you'd ever ask for. So keep that convo for later.
깨졌어. 거기 거울은 깨졌어.
Bro just finished them off.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베르, 메피가 달리기만 했어도 길은
Road's
뚫렸을
clear.
거야.
But Verg, Mephi could have just run them over just fine. Huh? What did I fight for then? Yeah, what did we fight for? Could have just turned them into road rash. Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgilia stepped in.
진정하시죠, 단테.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까?
It's not right to ask a toddler to run when it has yet to take its first steps.
걸어볼 기회가 있다면 직접 걷고 나서 달리셔야죠.
You'll need every opportunity to try and walk before you're made to run.
그리고 단테,
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은 관리자. 저들의 관리를 하는 게 업무입니다.
as the manager, it's your job to manage your staff. Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게 개척할지는 내가 판단합니다.
And I am the guide. I decide where we go and how we arrive.
알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. Jackpot! I'm just gonna go on the record that I know that this is probably based off of Dante's Inferno / the Divine Comedy or whatever. I just think the DMC references are kind of fun to make. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지? 파우스트 씨.
Heard ticking, so what did they say, Miss
할 말
Faust?
없었습니다.
Nothing much.
긍정을 성대하기도 하는군. 앞으론 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다, 단테.
Some verbose agreement that was. A nod should have been enough to let me know that you approved, Dante.
그럼 매피 출발하자. 야호.
가론
Woohoo too.
기분이 어때?
매우 신나.
He has such
나를
gremlin
뵙겠습니다,
energy.
가론.
I love it. Extreme excitement. About to walk on air, reports Karen.
좋아.
Good. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
Virgilius, they'd like to know the destination.
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
I believe I've already told you that, Dante. But just where are we going? With his side, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. Ooh, cutscene.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
Ooh, we're aura farming. That's a city. Ooh, we got lyrics and all that. Oh. There are probably some things more characters. Hey, those look sick. More sinners. Damn. That fucking Utah from JJK. Ooh, title drop. Okay, this should be a good place to call it a day. Typical gacha rewards. Let's see. Okay, we'll go back to the gacha stuff. So where's the premium currency? So theater, no, extract. Wow, goddamn. Otis looking good. Okay, so who should I pull for? Is this a spoiler? It seems like a massive spoiler, but whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna push the Otis button. What does he mean? Yeah, screw it. I'm clicking the Otis button. Confirm. Does my clicking affect anything? Okay, did I just brick my account? Alright. Oh, so these are just the polls. Okay. Got me worried there for a bit.
점수는 F. 발로는 듣지 않겠다.
Okay, let's extract again. Okay, we can extract one more time. Oh, is this random? Wait, what? It was some other Otis the last time. Oh. Yeah, I kinda want this one. I know that I'm making a big mistake. Whatever. Yeah, let's just... Oh, is this a 4-star? Not entirely sure. Save it for another day, I guess.